Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dan Reviews. Today, we are going to be reviewing Cheer Extreme's C4 Bomb Squad from Cheer Sport of 2025. I'm super excited to watch this routine. I have not watched the routine yet this year. C4 is always an amazing team to watch in the level 4 division in D1, and I'm a level 4 fanatic. I've just been in love with level 4 as a coach for a really long time. It's one of my favorite divisions. I obviously coach. I coach level 4 and I coach level 6, so I'm very partial to it, and I'm partial to larger teams. So I always love watching C4, but I haven't watched them yet this season. So you are going to be getting my true organic response to this routine. If you didn't watch the last one, we are going to be stopping the video. We're going to be pausing. I'm going to be giving you comments and things like that as the routine goes. This is from someone's handheld video, so understand that I haven't watched this yet. I don't know if they maintain good focus or anything like that, so just be prepared. It may not be absolutely perfect, but we're going to have a great time watching this routine, and I'm really excited. So, Cheer Sport, C4 is a level 4 co-ed, I believe medium team. And I have to say a shout out to Cheersport. If you've listened to me before, you've probably heard me say Cheersport's one of my favorite events. I love Cheersport, and I love Cheersport more than I love NCA. And I will say that publicly. I've told Justin Carrier this to his face, and it has nothing to do with anything really fully in their control. I love Cheersport, one, because it was the first big event that I ever won. I actually won it with my medium 4 team years ago, and that was a really cool experience. But also, I love Cheersport more than NCA because at Cheersport, every single team gets the same experience for the most part. Like, there isn't an arena like there is in Dallas. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like when we go to Houston, but I've always disliked how for the world's teams or the teams that get the opportunity to compete in the arena, they get that experience and it's amazing. Like, no, I cannot take anything away from NCAA. There is nothing like the arena. It is the most unique experience in cheerleading. To include, it's more unique than the HP Fieldhouse. I think the closest thing that comes to it is Jams Nationals in Las Vegas, in terms of that kind of like arena style setting. It's amazing. But at Cheersport, everyone gets the stage. Everyone gets the same level of curtains and all of those other things when they're performing. And I just think it's super cool. So I appreciate it. Now, clearly, I just watched the TGLC routine. It looks like they had more like video and things in the background. So it does look like they've stepped it up on the world stage a little bit this year, or at least that world stage. All right. So I did this with the TGLC one. Pet peeve. Y'all, put your little number one finger down thing. And also put your phones down, people. Oh, so clean. So I love that the standing tuck is an elite skill again, or an advanced skill, and there's a reason to throw it. I'm so glad that that's back. It is such an awesome skill, and just look at how clean this is. Just starts out with smack, boom, clean. They've got their co-ed stunt, hands lib in the back, beautiful toe hand tucks. Very clean, nice punch front through to layouts across, fun little choreography in the center. Now we've got some round off hand lays, some kick fulls, rippled, various layouts going on. So they're checking a lot of boxes in this section. And I kind of want to break it down for you, for those of you that are watching and curious. They check a ton of boxes in this routine right now. They're checking off running tumbling. They're checking off standing tumbling. They don't have to do another standing tumbling pass. And I haven't gone and counted, but I'm guessing they don't have to do another one. They've done their standing tuck and they've done their toe hand tucks. They've done their advanced. They've done their elite. They're technically done with tumbling. I really appreciate those punch fronts. They were both clean and those layouts were gorgeous. I appreciate a good layout. I'll call out mediocre ones. So the kick fulls, I think it's an interesting strategy to go to the back. I think that's maybe smart because I wouldn't say these kick fulls are perfect. Girly on the left, just a little bit hunched over, but very well timed, very good height. So by putting those to the back, they kind of obscure those. One in the center, absolutely beautiful. They only did 3, so they might just be co-ed and not medium, just because they don't need the numbers. And they would have to do 4 if they were a medium team. Whip tucks. I always appreciate programs that have whips in their routine. Again, whip tucks again. They're just checking off those boxes. I'd venture to say they're pretty close to done with tumbling at this point in time, and they've checked off their basket. Fun little transition there. I love that. Back handspring into a really cool hand-in-hand transition. That was fun. So very, very cool transition all the way to extended hand in hand to extension. Beautiful. I have to go back. They've got to be medium. They're putting up way too many groups to be a small. Did they really do that many baskets? And I just am silly. Oh, that I missed the one in the middle. So they had one in the middle, two on the side, then one in the middle. They did their 4, and that was a nice double twisting basket. I would have loved to see it stay a little bit more upright. So forgive me for missing that. I'm trying to manage a bunch of different things here. Yeah, love those whip tucks coming up. Fun little transition. It seems purposeful for how we get to the side of the floor. I like this, even though it's just a little lift and then into that. So cool, that transition. And there's a lot of nuance to that for those of you watching. So if you're a coach watching and you're like, I want to emulate that, they are not going directly to the handstand position. They are going back handspring. They are rebounding. They are catching, and they are not inverted yet. Now they're close, but they're not completely inverted yet. They're catching that cradle, and then they're grabbing the hands, and then they're popping to the handstand. I believe it would be illegal to back handspring, rebound, and catch directly into that inverted position. And then they pop up. Beautiful. That full twist is super cool to prep level hand in hand. And you guys, if you've never tried that before, first off, this layout, look at that line. Beautiful hip initiation. I bet you he's going to get to a nice hollow position here in a second. I'm digging that. I think his hands are down a hair faster than I would love. But if you have not done something like that, walking in a prep on your feet is hard. Like I have athletes drop that. Walking at prep level in a hand-in-hand, that's challenging. That takes a lot of core strength, a lot of body control, a lot of synchronization, and making sure they're the same height from the bases. And God love this group all the way on this side. They are having to move. This group didn't have to move very far. They're kind of there. This group all the way out here, they are booking it to get to their correct spot. So good on them. That's a lot of movement, and good on that flyer. They move, and then they ripple that up. Whack, whack, whack. So cool. Everyone loves a good ripple. Trademark, Cher Fuller, my old co-coach. Nice little pancakes. They've got great synchronization here. Fun little transition down into their full up to lib, full up to lib, to the top, pull, scale, low to high tick to stretch, and down and out. Now, let's talk about that elite really quick. So they do different things at various levels. I love it. I also love me as a coach, as a choreographer. I hate creativity for creativity's sake. I like creativity with a purpose. So it always drives me bonkers when people do some crazy creative, they catch and they barrel roll and they flip and then they set them out and then they just set normal. Like, well, why did we do all that creativity? It was just a filler and just to try and get those creativity points. I like creativity with a purpose. So I love that all of their stuff, even their little lifts that went out to the side, they lifted out to go into the back handspring to then, yes, the movement, I guess, was just creative. That's just a visual, but I don't necessarily have a problem with that. You need to move around the floor. That is the purpose. And so they do these pancakes and then they do this little snap and full. And this skill right here is a 3/4 up. It's not even a full up. And then they're going to full up to the top. They're using a level 3 style grip. So the main base is grabbing the foot. You could use this at prep level full around, but they're going to basically full around to the top to 1 foot. That's actually very hard. Beautiful low to highs, very clean. And check, check, check. They've checked off their boxes on a lot of their stunts. They've done 3 elite skills there. And they've done it with a max number of groups, I'm pretty sure. Fun little transition in the center. Didn't love the layouts on the outside. They were a little bit pikey for me. Right into a pyramid, rewinds to the top. Full twisting transition. That's a fun little around the back transition into a side semi. In level 4, you can't brace or flip unless you're double braced. Love this. There's a lot of like movement. It's constantly going. There's always things going on. And that's fantastic. Oh, that's a little fun little around the leg, interesting brace section. So if you didn't catch it, they pull their arabesque. Flyers are going to come forward. They're going to grab like old school on the jungle gym around a bar and flip, do kind of a backward hip circle, hit a mini wolf wall. Then they're going to brace that waterfall and they're going to back flip off, get a lot of flipping transitions. It looks like we're going to do another hand in hand front pop. Not an easy skill to do with another flipping transition. Fun visual, awesome stuff there. Clearly, as I've been going through and like being like, oh, they've hit that, they've checked that box. I told you things that were wrong. I was like, oh, they're probably done stunning. Yeah, they were done stunning. They'd done enough. I didn't count all their skills correctly, but really fun pyramid. My only critique would be if you were to compare this to the TGLC review I did, they have a lot of stuff happening, but it's all generally speaking happening similar time frames. Things are kind of going up together. That's the only like little ripply moment. But I feel like they could maybe have a few moments where not everyone is down at the same time. A few more moments there. It's inevitable in pyramids. No matter what you do, you're going to have those moments. I think they do really good here of like having different like up downs and things happening. Those girls hold the arabesque a little bit long for me, but again, this is me being really nitpicky late in the season of a routine that is clearly very good, clearly scoring very well. Awesome pyramid, lots of fun. Good job to those bases on the far right group for getting under that hand-in-hand front pop. She doesn't quite get to the top, and you're going to see those bases drop and lock like baddies. And I love it. I love that kind of fight from bases. So she gets around, it's not quite there. And then you see this base, the secondary, she is squatting underneath it really quick, driving up through her shoulders, and then getting that extended so they can finish that. Looking at the dance, fun, starts together, nice little hair whip, some rolling, groundwork, some good footwork here as we transition. Stays a little center for me. I'm surprised this hasn't like expanded out, blown out to either side of the floor or done anything like that. So I don't know what their dance scored. I don't have aggregates like that, but as a just watching it, I would like to see maybe a little bit more movement in the dance because it stays relatively center the whole time. Really, I mean, these girls perform, and boys, they just really perform, lots of energy. But we're watching it without sound, and I'm getting hyped watching it. I'd just like to see this move a little bit. Our girl in the center is pretty much in center the whole time. So just little things like that. Man, what a fun routine. So much talent, so much skill. Like everything they did was fantastic. But this is the division, the level 4 division in general, both D2 and D1, co-ed and all girl. It is like, it's a game of perfection, which is every division in a lot of ways. But when you start to get into like worlds divisions, you start to see it's just really hard to hit worlds routines. In level 4, you're still seeing 0 after 0 after 0. And it's really coming down to like who gets the small little tenths on execution, the small little tenths on the bottom half of the score sheet, and wins it in the pyramid. But this was Cheer Extreme C4 Bombsquad at Cheersport Atlanta in 2025. I want to thank you for watching this routine review. Congratulations to this team on such an amazing routine. If you're ever someone that I'm like, oh, that was a little bit pikey, like I'm a coach, guys. So I'm going to say when timing is off and things like that. But I hope you hear all the positives because you're such an amazing group of athletes. Absolutely phenomenal routine. You deserve to be freaking out at the end of this. Really, really great job. Great energy, great performance. Fantastic work. I love watching you guys every year, and it was worth waiting to see this routine. So thank you everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed this round of Dan reviews. If you have a particular team you would like to see us review in the future, please send it my way. I'm not only going to do big name teams. I'm also going to do D2 gyms. I'm going to do level 1 teams. I'm going to review a lot of different programs. So know that this is not the only thing that I'm going to be doing. But send us your requests. I'm happy to review and react to teams. And with that, we'll see you on our next episode.